quite strongly on just furthering my engineering skills and learning. I mean, I've always said this: you learn so much about engineering just by watching others, and same with production. You learn exactly what to do and what not to do when it comes to conducting a recording session. Really very, very valuable experience working with, of course I had the fantastic good fortune to work with the Beatles and Pink Floyd, but there were, every experience was something new. There was always something new to learn, and some new technique to try, or a different mic positioning, or whatever it was. It was always something to learn.
If I can jump in on how that applies to the course, which is on offer as part of this podcast,
please.
It's exactly that the course tries to offer. A very kind of well-rounded experience. I think Alan always says that part of why he was able to do what he was able to do is that when you work at a studio like Abbey Road, one day you're working with spoken word, next time it's a choir, next it's an orchestra, then a rock band. You're exposed to different things all day long. And I think nowadays people tend to kind of just stay in their own lane. And I'm not sure that's such a good idea. I think that being forced out of your comfort zone, you may not, you say, okay, I'm just working exclusively with loops. Well, yeah, but try miking a drum kit. Just see what it is that it is. And you will learn something, even if it's not something which is going to be part of your permanent kind of recording life. The fact that what a kick drum is, and there's that squeaky pedal, and there's two heads, you can have one on, one off, all of those things will feed into your ability maybe to select an appropriate sample or an appropriate loop, because you know what's going on. So anyway.
And people will say, oh, that guy, he's a real engineer. He knows how to record a drum kit.
Right, yeah, exactly.
That's often been said.
Yeah. Or a piano. Exactly.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good path of conversation here. When I think about art and science of sound recording, which, thank you, Julian, I've had a good bit of time to investigate, and
right.
we have many campuses that we work with. Full Sail University for being one that very actively integrates the art and science of sound recording into their curriculum.
Yes, they do.
When Alan and Julian, when you got started with this, I think two-part question: what was the intention when ASSR was created, and then how has it grown since then to support the changes in the industry, technology, techniques, genre? So let's start with what was that initial inspiration? What are you hoping to give in delivering out art and science of sound recording to campuses, and then how has it evolved?
Jules?
Well, yeah, sure. As I said, I think what we try and do is just to be a well-rounded, we're not just about loop selection and working with splice or something like that. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but that's one aspect of recording. But we try and cover everything from recording acoustic guitar and vocal, recording guitars and amps and pedals, recording vocals, with a whole range of different mics and techniques. Tracking sessions, how musicians work together, and what you need to do to kind of maximize that really precious, priceless opportunity of people actually interacting in real time.
I think it's a point worth making that when I started, and I think probably goes for Julian as well, there were virtually no recording schools. There was no other place to get it studio experience other than working in a studio.